7 fatal mistakes entrepreneurs make on their path to growth. Write these down. Number 1, thinking that what got them to where they are is going to get them to the next level. It's not. Number 2, lack of streamlined systems to predictably and consistently get new leads and clients in the door daily. Get leads and clients in the door when? Daily. Number 3, spreading themselves too thin, trying to do everything and be everything to everybody. Not knowing their numbers, tracking necessary KPIs, and leveraging the numbers to grow. When we asking y'all to update y'all data, do y'all understand how dangerous of an entrepreneur we're helping you become when you know your numbers? Do you understand how dangerous you are? We consult with businesses. I sat down with one of the guys, many of you will know him, and we'll sit down, I'm going through them like what they got going on, and I'm like, what's this number, what's this? They have no idea. You can't scale a business if you don't know your numbers. Making decisions based on whether you are not where they want to be. Some people say, well, I'll make that investment when. Well, you're making those decisions based on where you are, not where you want to be. I made one of the biggest investments into a coach ever when I could barely put money on the rent. Not barely, couldn't put money on the rent. And my wife now, was giving me an allowance. She was a bartender, and she was giving me like a little allowance. And I talked to this coach, he had made like $30 million a year. I'm like, bro, how much it is to work with you? And he was like, $7,500. I ain't lying. I was like, how can we break this up? He was like, I like you. Straight up. I ain't say, oh man, how can we work this out? Make sense? When I met Harkon, I drove from Atlanta to DC, 12 hours. I left at 7 p.m. at night just because I knew I would get there at 7 in the morning, just enough time to go into the event because I could only afford one night for a hotel. One night and some off Wendy's. Wendy's, y'all know the dollar menu. Y'all ain't always have money. Double stack, dollar, small fry, and a water. Cause the water gonna blow it up. The water gonna keep you full longer. So I eat that. I ain't all the way full, but the water gonna take me there. And then I just go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And wake up, and all I gotta do is get through another day. And then when I get through day 2, I'm gonna jump back on the road. How can I tell you? I sat right here, front row, whole time. Me and my wife cried before I left. We was doing that bad. She was like, you finna go all the way to DC? Like, I had a 94 Lumina. She was like, is that even gonna make it? I'm like, I don't know, we gonna see. Like I told y'all, we bought event equipment before we started doing events. The 7-Figure Society, we bought that banner. Bro, I'll tell you, we bought that banner before we had any members. Wasn't even an offer. But we was like, we're gonna create a program where we help people build multi-million-dollar businesses. Ain't nobody in it yet, but we're just gonna get the banner just to create space for it. Straight up, and it happened. Pretty soon we'll be doing 7-Figure Society events this big. Y'all with me? Just watch. Also valuing money over time. Most people put money on the pedestal. They value money over their time. They'll rather trade a whole lot of their time for a little bit of money instead of investing money to buy their time. When you invest in a coach, when you invest in programs, guess what you're buying? Time. After I spent $3 grand on a course, why would I go pay all this other money for a coach after I got these courses? Because I'm buying my time. I can watch all these videos and try to figure it out on my own, or I can just pay dude, hop on the phone for a few calls, and we get the whole thing figured out. And I can get my specific questions answered. Did it with LinkedIn ads, TikTok ads. I'm like, I need to learn this now. Because I value my time. I don't value money. I understand money is a tool. Money is a tool to buy more time. So you get more money to buy more time. When you grow in business and you hire individuals, guess what you're doing? You buying time. So now you can work other areas to grow and scale the business, or just do other stuff that you need to do. Thinking they can grow without proper coaching, guidance, and support. So, and yes, we invest in ourselves through coaches. In fact, we have a team of coaches, advisors, therapists, consultants, who we pay to position us to grow. If I showed y'all our monthly tab, just on coaches, it'll freak you out. You'd be like, what? I was talking to CPAs and stuff sometimes. They'd be like, hey man, you kind of over budget on the personal growth area. And I'd be like, yeah, it's always gonna be like that. Don't even trip. Just be all right. It'll smooth itself out.